Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall is a bit later tonight. It says 9:20 on Saturday night after a history-making day in the world of sport, with Ireland winning the Grand Slam on home ground for the first time. Nervy but pulsating encounter. I suppose we're helped by the red card towards the end of the first half to the English player. But we probably might have won it anyway, but it made for a great second half. So there'll be lots of celebrations in the capital tonight. And I didn't travel to Tralee. I had planned to, but I had told people during the week it will depend on how I'm feeling on Saturday. And I was tired. Boy, was I tired today. I think it must be near dinner time before the head was able to come up off the pillow after several attempts. Not a great hangover, but I just tired, just wore out, absolutely wore out today. Done the dog on it after, started early yesterday before 1 o'clock, first pint, and I lost track of count, and I lost track of time. And I don't know how I got home, or I don't know who brought me home, but thanks to whoever did. And I don't remember. And normally I do have great memory, even though I might have a lot of porter. But last night was one of those nights. Great racing again, another festive of racing over in Cheltenham for 2023. The biggest race of the week, the Cheltenham Gold Cup, probably saw the best performance. What a performance by Gallup and Deschamps. I was actually a bit emotional after the finish yesterday. A couple said to me I didn't talk him up enough the last few days, but anyone that's watching me since we done the video in October when we went to Willie Mullins' yard knows I wouldn't leave the yard that day without seeing him, even though we were told we couldn't go up where we were going but I says I have to see this horse before I go. And as I did say the other day, he did prick his ears when I said you're going to win the Gold Cup for us, so absolutely delighted. Great performance. He got a bit lucky because when that horse fell in front of him and brought down the other horse, he was just after moving 3 wide. If he had stayed 2 wide, he could have been in trouble. Hewitt was running a great race too and didn't deserve to fall. Would have finished sort of the money, well, definitely 4th, I'd say. And we lost out on our place with Protectorate going up the line. That was an eye-catching finish for Noble Yates. A great prep run for the Grand National. No more than Longhouse Post had a good prep run yesterday as well. He fell last time out, but he got the job done yesterday. Lossymouth was impressive, rectified what the problem was the last time. But all told, not too bad. We had a couple of near misses that would have put us in profit for the week. But a nice winner in Thurles yesterday as well, the corner house. Won very snug as well, and that could win again too. I don't know what it'll go up. The regional centre come on tonight. We missed a couple of today. I see a couple of bus horses, one in Wolverhampton, Young Fire and Norton Cross. We've done the Norton Cross the last time, and it was second. The other one I think we're back to before. An eventful and a great finish again to the Midlands Grand National. I had a tenner each way on the winner at 12s. Major Dundee. As people know, I like all them Dundees. It was my nickname when I lived in America years ago. The Crocodile Dundee. And I used to wear a big hat or anything. Anyway, we might go back and look at or talk about again Cheltenham towards the end of the week, if I can get the stig some night. 2 tomorrow, and the reason I come on sort of was that for fear other people might have horses. But there's a Mayor's Handicap Hurl race tomorrow there in Grivetana for the Going Well yard of Paul Nichols. He's 12 for 43 in the last 14 days. That's nearly 28%. But this has track for him. It won when it came. It originally won in France, but on a second run in Chepstow, it won snug enough. We'll just have a quick look at it because course form is important, I think. And this was it's only a 5-year-old still, so this was a 4-year-old.
Racing in second. And then came Kimberelli and Mabel Loire. I'm on my way. Shabby Shoe, Dupoitou, and Last of a Legend. Then On Time. Mussolita made a mistake at that one. She's up in court. Also driven along now at the back of the field. They're on the way towards 2 from the finish then. Optical Girl is still out in front. Grivetana, though, moving up to challenge Maroon and Black Silks, and then the grey Shabby Shoe, Dupoitou and Mabel Loire. Next is Last of a Legend. They're getting away from Kimberelli. Grivetana came through to just about lead at 2 out. Optical Girl is still battling away. She's up in court, nearly came down at that second from the end. It's Grivetana who will lead them down towards the 8th and final obstacle. Chased homeward bound by Mabel Loire, Shabby Shoe, Dupoitou, and then Optical Girl, who's run a very good race. They're heading down to the last though now, and it's Grivetana. Big leap at the last, that's surely going to seal it. Shabby Shoe, Dupoitou battling out second with Mabel Loire, and then came Optical Girl, but Grivetana, who's impressive in France.
She won fairly snug that day. She seems to have improved because she was behind Malacana next time round, and they're reopposed again tomorrow. But the run that was second to First Street in the intermediate hurl, handicap hurl, that was only 2 lengths behind. I know she was getting a lot of weight, but First Street has like a very improved horse. And then it was behind the last day. I shut off that too fast. It was at the Scottish handicap, the Scottish County Hurl. But it sort of came a little early too soon. At the 2 furlong pole, or the second last hurdle, it was right there. And it just seemed to get tired. But even, it was a good class race that ran well. And let's have a look at the betting. It was 7-2 earlier. 7-2, 4-1, 3-1. I thought that might be worth a bet tomorrow. And then we have a veterans chase. It's not everyone's fancy, but I think it's between the top 2. And Lord Du Mesnil beat Ramsey de Tal before, a year younger. And it had a good run in Bangor last November, which was behind La Milas. And La Milas came out next time out then and won the Coral Cup, or the Coral, used to be the Hennessy. So it's not bad for him. Rated 145. As I said, it beat Ram de Tal before, but it's a longer race. This is very slow. It's like me today. I should be going to show, is it? No, let's try it one more time.
Going in rain softened ground. La Milos forges clear.
That was a good enough performance that day, up against a good horse, and it has beaten the second, or the favourite actually, before. It's 2 years ago actually. Grade 3 handicap chase. This is very slow tonight. Lord Du Mesnil was carrying 11.6. He was only getting a pound. But he beat him well that day. I know it's a half a mile longer. He's a stayer, but stamina should come into play tomorrow. So there's, well, we check the betting. 3-1 against 2-1. I'd go on that one. So I suppose on the day that's in it, there's only one song to sing. By lonely prison walls, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. And the prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wings, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she lived and hoped and prayed for love and Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry, everybody. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wings, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Bash the bookies over and out.